I love being married. I didn't start really getting serious about dating until I was in my 30s. I would always give girls or women 6 months. And this is my philosophy. If you don't know after 6 months whether or not you're going to marry the person, why go on?
Ouch.
Okay.
So I broke some hearts. Heartbreaker! But honestly, and I haven't heard anybody say that's a terrible philosophy.
Good philosophy.
I was dating girls my age, around that 30-year mark. And what I was finding was I had no baggage. I had never been married and I had no kids. But I was dating women my age, most of them, the ones I was dating, had either been married or had kids. And not that it's not undoable, it just adds complications. It just makes it harder. So what do? Well, if you've ever seen the movie The Untouchables with Sean Connery and Kevin Costner, you know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
They were having trouble when they were doing their raids. That dirty cops were turning them in. But they needed help. Sean Connery takes Kevin Costner to the training ground.
Well, if you're afraid of getting a rotten apple, don't go to the barrel. Get it off the tree.
And he says, if you're worried about getting a rotten apple, don't go to the barrel, get one off the tree. My interpretation was I'll date younger women.
You don't have the baggage.
Right.
Sure.
And so I think at first my cutoff was 11 years, but that quickly depended on the girl. And then Erica, my current wife, my only wife, is 15 years younger than I am. Her parents are 4 years older than me. They had her when they were young, but I also had a few requirements that she met. 2, to be specific. One was she had to be able to type. And the second one was that her parents were still together. That's not as easy as you think to find. Either one of them. So 2 of them together.
Yahtzee!
Great. When I first met her, she was at the Hurricane Orchard Bar where we worked. She was engaged. And this is what surprised me too much. I could tell she liked me.
So what's up?
I liked her too, or also. And I asked Mom, I said, Mom, there's this girl I like, but she's engaged. And Mom said, engaged is not married, David. So now that just gave me the green light. So I pursued it pretty hard and got her to dump the 0 and go with the hero.
Drop that 0 and get with the hero.
And I remember the first time when I heard over the phone, because she knew how old I was, and she found out how old I was, and she's bragging to her mom about me, and she said, "Well, he's got his bachelor's degree in what? Pedophilia?" I mean, I heard that loud and clear come over the telephone. I was like, "Jeez." All right. Since then, actually, what I did was I won her grandparents over first. And then the parents had to follow suit. And now, it's been a blessing ever since then. And we have a good relationship. I love being married. But I knew she was the one after. It was so funny because I dated a bunch of girls and I waited 6 months. And after 6 months, I was still like, I don't know. It took the discipline to just say no. And it was tough. And afterwards, you have second thoughts. But with her, I knew in the first week that she was the one. I mean, I knew right away. But I still waited 6 months. And I remember when I asked her father to marry her, he said, "Already?"
Already?
Yeah.
I gave him my credit score. Well, when are you going to get married? And I said, well, we'll set a date. But I think we set a date a year later. Not even. So that's a story. Mm-hmm. And if she's probably going to edit these so she can add in whatever else she wants to. Or not include this.
Yeah,
Dad, did you enjoy that story?
What you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Were you paying attention to it at all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that is harder when the older you get to try and find a relationship that doesn't have so-called baggage. It really is tough out there.
Well, yeah.
And depending on, I mean, if you already have a child and they have a child, it's not that big a deal.
Right.
It's for somebody who's never had that.
I was a rarity
Yeah. Then, yeah.
to be that old and not have any kids and never been married. So,
So,
I was special.
A unicorn.
so I could see where, yeah.